Hey guys, SPX. Let's take a look at SPX. SPX. Hmm. So you're talking, so it's possible that we might get some pullback here. Huh, no, we're fine actually. Uh, so are you asking for long term or short term? So it seems like even if you look at the Ichimoku signal, which just got green, so it seems like we're bullish from Ichimoku standpoint, but there's a pin candle on top, which might indicate there's gonna be a little bit of a pullback, uh, but I'm not too worried about it. Um, Hold on, let's look at the shorter time frame. So this seems like a wave. So this seems like if I try to draw, there might be a pullback actually. Let me see if not this. I'm looking for the trend line. 1.6, yeah, so there might be a pullback actually. So it seems like we completed the third wave going up, and there might be a retracement to this level here before we go up. So that's the Elliott waves. What else are we looking at here? We are still far away from. Let's look at the EMA lines. Now this is bullish. So it's possible that we might retrace. Hold on. What about daily? Yeah, it seems like we will retrace a little bit in the shorter term. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it seems like it's already forming this retracement pattern. So if you look at this, this is, and see here. So we might go down, it seems here. Not sure how to draw this line, but okay. So if you look at the Elliott waves, it seems like we have another leg down here that can at least go till this point or even extend towards C. C is mostly downwards than A. So it will retrace back and form this fourth wave before it goes higher. So that's my analysis on that one, at least. Do you have any more questions in this particular one? Okay, if not, then let's talk about Tesla. What happened to Tesla today? Yeah, so I actually called out the top today. So I was very happy that the analysis really went well. So I looked at this like parabolic move that Tesla made. Now, what happens with parabolic moves is that you have this five-step moves. So this was the first step, this was the second step, this was third step, and from third to fourth step, there's always like bigger move, and fourth to fifth is even bigger. So this was the fourth step, and this was the fifth. So this was obviously the top. And now, parabolic move, the top has to be this. Then the second confirmation that I had was that it almost reached the whole numbers. Now this is weird, but anytime you reach kind of numbers like 1000, 1100, there's always resistance on the top. So this pin candle kind of showed that there was resistance, and I called the top around here that okay, it's gonna retrace. And I entered into a position today when Tesla puts, and we retrace back. And I see it going further down because if you look at this, this is already forming that zigzag pattern, right? So it's forming this pattern here. Now I see another falling down, and I'm in a trade 950 and 960 because of this gap. So we also have gap here. If you look at this, right? This. So if price fall down to this level, it's gonna like go on an elevator down to this point. So that will be a good entry point for Tesla calls. I'm hoping that we can play. We can finish this. Put the short play and then get into the calls back for Tesla. So that's what I'm hoping for Tesla at least. But it was a good play. Good play. I was very happy with Tesla play today. Now let's talk about Geo. I got into Geo calls today for a small account. What was the reason? Now Geo, if you talk about this stock, let's look at Yahoo Finance. What does Yahoo Finance say about this stock? Okay, not Microsoft. Come on, Geo Group. Okay, now look at this. This stock is undervalued. Look at this. It's on the green side, right? So it's undervalued, and the 1 year target estimate is 12.75. Now, I did made a lot of money with Geo. Let's look at the look at my last play that I played in Geo. Not this. Come on, switch off, switch off. My last play was this, and I actually called out in our channels when I got into this position, and I played from here till this green line. Now it's retraced back to point 0.5 level, and I think what I think is either it's gonna go bounce back from this fib level or from point 0.6 fib level. But I'm already in a position from this point 0.5, and if it goes further down, I will average down into my position, but this is the play that I'm targeting. So this is a resistance line here. So for the for a small account, I'm gonna play this, but I might get into a main account with the expiry that's maybe 1 month long or so. Tiff, so you talk Pennyland, okay, Metex. I heard about this stock, but I didn't play it. It seems like it was really popular today, and even yesterday, I think. Ooh, what happened here? So we did gapped up and then went down. Not sure about this stock. Seems like it's a speculative stock, but the volume is coming in. That's a good thing. Uh, okay, if I try to plot and see if I see any signal here. So we are going uptrend. That's a good sign, and we kind of hit the support line. So that might be a good entry unless it really bleeds down and fill the gap. But that will be interesting to see in pre-market tomorrow. If it goes a little bit up, then might be a good play just for a scalp play till this resistance line on top. Yeah, if I kind of agree, yes. So it might be a good play, but we have to look into the pre-market that what's going on with this one. Might be a quick scalp, and it's also forming this kind of flag pattern, and we are hitting the support. But if it bleeds down from this support, then I will not play this. It's a good one. So I'll keep that in today's sorry uh, today list. That's my list that I use for day trading. Atlas boys are pumping both. Yeah, if I saw your message today, yeah, SEAH. I wanted to get into SEAH, but I don't know why I stopped. Yeah, I think because I saw this green candle and I said, okay, it's already gone. So I didn't got into that stock, but it might still be a good trade. You are into 11 call, right? If I'm not wrong. Wow, that's beautiful green candles here. Where are we in EMA? Okay, we are going a little far from every trade where I see that we are really going away from this gravity line 50 EMA or 200 EMA, it makes me nervous. But at the same time, these kind of stocks where we are pumping and somebody else is pumping the stock, it might be okay to get into those trades because there's a lot of volumes. Look at this volume. All volume, it's amazing volume. We might also we can keep that on our radar for tomorrow as well. Okay, there was another play I did today. It was DIG, DGI or DIG. What was that? Let me go to my today's list. I removed it. Let me look at my trades today. Uh, HIG, sorry, HIG. Yeah, so I wanted to play this. I was keeping an eye on this particular ticker for long because I wanted to play this resistance here. And unfortunately, I was out when we hit this. It was yesterday, and today I saw that it. Then I put a alarm here, alert here, sorry, that if it goes down this trend line, then I will play it. And I think I got into the this position right here, and I was hoping that it will go more down, but there was hardly any volume, and I exit out with like $1 or $2 profit or something. But it's again went down, but I'm not playing this anymore. I think the volume is really low, and this really moves slow. IV is jacked. I got it on the red at 11:10. So Tiff, are you talking about SEH? Oh, not this. Extended. Okay. See tomorrow, I tell you. Yeah, I'll keep an eye in the pre-market, and I might get into it in stocks or maybe at open. But yeah, I think this looks really bullish, to be honest. We got a little bit down in the post market in the after hours, but uh, we'll see tomorrow how it goes. I'll keep an eye on this one. What else we played? I also got into Zoom. Let's talk about that. Uh, Zoom. Yeah. So there's a gap here that we can play, and the position that I got into is actually I start creating the making the position for long term position for Zoom. I'm at 390,400 spread, expiring May 20 next year. 390,400. Yeah, it's a lot out of the money, but I think we have how many 206 days for that, so I'm fine with that. So I'm targeting this resistance here, 390 and 400, and for a short term we can play within these two. There's a bar pattern forming here, so we can play this too, but I haven't yet got into that position yet, because I think I was waiting for a little bit more retracement on Zoom, if I'm correct. Yeah, so I looked into this, I made some waves, and it seems like we might have more potential to come a little bit down, or at this not it's not going to retrace, so at least to this level. So I was wondering if I can get if we can get to this position, then we might get a position here. Yeah, so if we got so there's a pin candle here, and it is bearish, so we might see tomorrow at this levels, and at this point we'll get it to Zoom and we'll play this bar pattern. So always, guys, wait for the trade to come to you rather than like chasing a trade. So if the trade has already gone, don't chase it. I have lost so much money doing that. But now I just wait patiently for the trade to come to you. And if it doesn't come to you, it's fine. Like for Nvidia, it's actually I was I was waiting for Nvidia to retrace, but it never did. Now it's forming this bullish flag again, and I don't think it's gonna retrace back. But we'll see. I sold my shares today for Nvidia that I had, so that I can get into it again after it retraces. So look at this. So this price is so much far away from 50 EMA, and and the waves that I drew, it seems like it's an extended third wave. But I'm expecting a retracement. So once we retrace, we will get into position on spreads, as well as we'll get into stocks too. Mm, What else we have? KSS. Yes, somebody asked me that am I still in KSS today? KSS play? Yes, I am. I'm still in main account KSS play, and I'm in 53 call, 24 days out, and I'm trying to play this gap. So if you look at this, not this, remove this. So I'm waiting for it to go above this resistance, but it seems like it's start forming this handle. That's why we are still not green. At least I'm not green. I had a KSS small position in a small account that I already sold, but in a main account I'm still in there. Chewy, Def, let me open Chewy. Yes, I am in Chewy. Am I in Chewy? Oh, I sold it. Sorry. Yeah, let's take a look at Chewy. It was also good play. But this forms a handle now, so I'm expecting it to go back up. And once we enter into this gap, it's gonna go really fast through this gap. So that's the play that I have in mind for KSS. Chewy. Yeah, I played this, I think. I sold it here. But that was for my main account. I didn't play it for the small account. Yeah, it's interesting that we are in this bar pattern for Chewy as well. If you look at this. So we can potentially have a play from here to here. If you look at this, so we can play until this resistance line. Put a stop here. Yeah, this is support here, right here. How good is this support? Yeah, it is pretty good. So this might not be a bad play actually. Let's look at the hourly. Oh, yeah. So we formed the inverse head and shoulder here. That's why this, and that's where this huge green candle was. I think we are testing these support here now. It formed a support in this zone. Yeah, we tested it. Now we are going back up. What is with this two red candles in hourly? Oh, see, this 200 is acting as a resistance. What's going on with daily? Ichimoku signal is not there. So for this, we are a little bullish. Yeah, for a long-term position, it might not be a bad idea to get into this trade now. So we can play from till 80 call. So Tiff, are you in some? Are you already holding some position in this, or are you still planning to get into it? Not sure Tiff is here. Oh, you are already holding. Nice. Yeah, it might be a good idea to get one of the positions and start building this position. I know in the past Chewy has really earned you a lot of money, Tiff. I know you're a fan. Nah, you got out. Okay. Yeah, even I got out at this big green candle, but I actually got it for longer term, but I got out. Yeah, okay, you're waiting for a trigger. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on today. In RBLX, I played a small trade here today. It was a quick scalp, but we are also in a bar pattern in this RBLX too. But I really didn't like the way the candles were showing up. So look at this. I don't see any pattern in this. What is this? So big green candles. Thanks, Steph. big green candles and a lot of this small candles on the top. I really didn't like this, so that's why I didn't took a position. Otherwise, I would have. Yeah, same here. Good night. Otherwise, I would have called out to you guys. But the trades that I'm not confident, I normally don't call out. So that's and the trades that I'm really confident, that's the only one that I really call out, and so that you guys don't get into any trouble. Wayfair. This is another one that I was looking at. Somebody gave me the stickers other day when I was on live, and that's when we analyze these. No position. And PayPal, I averaged down today. Let's talk about PayPal. I averaged down today. I'm still making my position. I now have total of 10 contracts, 265, 270. So this is my target zone that I'm targeting. But it filled the gap today. I got into this puts position today and I made some profit. But I wish I would have, I could have held it a little bit longer. I think I exited around here, but I knew that it's gonna fill the gap. But for small account, I normally don't hold positions for long because it can actually wipe up your account really fast. So whenever I see green, I think about taking profits. For main account, I have more stamina. I can look. I can let the trade run. So this actually filled the gap perfectly. And then after that, we start seeing these green candles. I average down here around in this area, and yeah, I'm still in red on PayPal, but I'm not worried about this one. We still have days for this, 24 days at this point, so should be fine. Starbucks, Starbucks is another ticker that I am in 115 call. I'm not worried about it either. So it retraced and it's gonna go back up because it was it retraced. Oh, my fibs are not correct actually. Should be from here. Trace to zero point 0.5, which is quite healthy. Now it will go back up and will be green. I'm already actually in green, 3% profit, but I'll play it for longer. I'll hold this. And DKNG is another trade that we were in. I sold one contract today because we gapped up today, and after that we retraced down. And I was saying that I will get back into that same contract once we have the retracement. It seems like tomorrow morning, depending upon the market condition, I might get back into the same contract. I was in 60 call, 52 days out. So still playing that, but I decided to take some profit today because of this gap up. And I knew that it's going to retrace back, which it did. Now, if it goes further down, then to fill the gap, the reason I didn't get in today because I was not sure whether it's gonna start filling this gap. If we start filling that gap, then it will be a good opportunity to average down. Otherwise, if we see green candles tomorrow, then I'll get into that same contract again. Okay, that's about it. So, anything else from anybody? If you guys have any questions and any ticker that you want me to cover, just let me know. So hopefully. Uh, Blink and IBM. Okay. Naveen, let's look at Blink. B okay, Blink. Yeah, actually, I'm very optimistic about Blink. I was talking to Tiff about that, and if you look at this, it's called Wyckoff model or analysis, what you want to call it. So we are we are in this phase, which is phase three, and phase four is supposed to be the signal of strength. And we were thinking that we're gonna get into stocks end of October. It's end of October, so we might get some stocks in this in Blink. And I do see some volume and some green candles. Yeah. So once it's past this line, this vertical line, I'm gonna get into stocks or some positions because that's when it's gonna really, if it follows the Wyckoff model, then it will just go to this level pretty fast. So that's what I'm hoping and will play. So this stock is in my radar. If you'll see that, I might. Oh, I didn't have my alerts. That's weird. Let's add an alert. Yeah. So that's what I think that it will be good if you get into stocks, and I see some potential in this stock. So it's perfectly following this Wyckoff model, and if we see this going up to this level, then we'll see some strength in this stock. IBM. I know. Did I ever play IBM? I don't think so. Oh, it's a flat. Are you playing IBM or are you in stocks? What's going on? I mean, there's a flat line here. It will be good candidate for like playing butterfly spreads or something. I'm not sure, bro. It's gonna be a good stock for investment purposes. Are you in a short term or long term? Options or stocks? What are you playing? Naveen, are you in options or stocks for IBM? Seems like it's forming the beer flag here. What does? Yeah, so everything is telling me that it's gonna go down. Options pro on both. Are you in puts or calls? Blink is a good candidate, I think, for options. If you're in calls in Blink, that's a good play. Let's look at support line for this one. Calls on Jan. Yeah, you have time, so it might not be a bad play, actually. So we are, yeah, seems like, yeah, almost seems like you are at the support. So if it has this level, then it might be a good play, and there's a gap up. But be careful with this. There's a lot of like pin candles here. 127 support. Yes, you're right. So if it has this support, I think it might not be a bad trade. So you took Jan calls. Jan calls, you have time, so it should be fine, I think. But keep an eye on this one. I mean, if it goes down, you can always average down and try to compensate for that. Might be okay. Do I see anything else in this? Well, let's make some trend lines.